For the past 5 to 10 years, we have been aggressively sold a massive and beautifully packaged lie. We have been told morning, noon, and night that the era of the internal combustion engine is completely dead, and that the absolute only future for global transportation is a 100% battery-powered electric vehicle. We were lectured by politicians and tech billionaires who claimed that if you were still driving a car with a gas tank, you are an enemy of the environment and you were living in the dark ages. But today, the glossy, shiny bubble of the pure electric vehicle market has officially burst. The entire industry is currently in a state of sheer panic, and the most shocking part of this massive shift is that the company causing this global automotive earthquake is not Tesla, and the mastermind keeping auto executives awake at night is not Elon Musk. Instead, the absolute destruction of the pure EV narrative is coming straight from the world's largest plug-in vehicle manufacturer based in China, known as BYD. They have quietly and ruthlessly launched a groundbreaking new automotive technology that has completely, permanently, and undeniably eliminated the need for pure electric vehicles. This new breakthrough is not just some flashy concept car sitting on a rotating stage at an auto show that will never actually see a real road. This is a cold, hard, physical reality that is already rolling off assembly lines and being delivered to actual customers as we speak. The engineering numbers behind this new vehicle platform are so incredibly staggering that they are forcing every other automaker on the planet to completely rip up their future business plans and start over from scratch. I want you to seriously imagine driving a full-size, comfortable passenger car that allows you to travel over 2,000 kilometers on a single charge and a single tank of gas. Yes, you heard that correctly. 2,000 kilometers, or over 1,200 miles. To put that massive number into perspective, that means you could drive all the way from New York City to Miami, Florida, and you would not have to stop a single time to plug into a charging station or wait in line at a gas pump. Today, we are going to dive deep into the fascinating engineering behind this absolute miracle of modern mechanics, and we will uncover exactly how BYD just deleted the concept of range anxiety from the human dictionary, leaving the pure electric vehicle market in ruins. However, the absolute brilliance happens when the battery finally starts to run low or you decide to take a massive cross-country road trip. Instead of the gas engine violently turning on and taking over the physical driving duties like a traditional hybrid, the incredibly efficient BYD gas engine silently wakes up and acts purely as an onboard electrical power plant. It acts as a dedicated generator. Because the engine is not physically connected to the heavy wheels and is not burdened by the weight of the car accelerating and braking, it does not have to constantly rev up and down. Instead, it locks itself into its absolutely perfect, most efficient mathematical RPM and calmly sits there spinning perfectly quietly, converting small sips of gasoline into massive amounts of electricity. This freshly generated electricity is then fed directly into the electric motor, which continues to effortlessly drive the wheels. This is known as a series hybrid setup. You get the incredibly smooth, instant torque and whisper-quiet operation of a pure electric vehicle, but your energy source is a highly efficient gas-powered generator that you can refill at any gas station in exactly 3 minutes. Furthermore, if you're driving on the highway at very high cruising speeds where electric motors typically lose their efficiency, the intelligent computer system seamlessly and mechanically connects the gas engine directly to the wheels using a single fixed gear to maximize high-speed fuel economy. The transition is so incredibly smooth that the driver cannot even feel it happening. When BYD first announced these numbers, the Western world was incredibly skeptical. They claimed that these efficiency numbers were only possible in controlled laboratory environments or on perfectly flat indoor test tracks. But the independent automotive media decided to put these claims to the ultimate test. Journalists and car reviewers took these new fifth-generation BYD sedans out onto real public highways, with real traffic, real weather, and real elevation changes. They taped the charging ports shut, sealed the gas tanks with tamper-proof stickers, and drove the cars continuously until the engines literally sputtered and died from fuel starvation. The results of these brutal, real-world endurance tests sent shockwaves through the global auto industry. Not only did the cars easily surpass the promised 2,000-kilometer mark, but many reviewers actually achieved better fuel economy than BYD officially advertised. Some extreme independent tests recorded fuel consumption as incredibly low as 2.5 liters per 100 kilometers. Drivers were covering staggering distances, passing hundreds of gas stations and completely ignoring every single electric charging hub along the way. The proof was undeniable. BYD had successfully engineered a vehicle that offered the absolute best of both worlds without a single one of the drawbacks. This massive technological leap forward has created an absolute nightmare scenario for both Tesla and Toyota. For Elon Musk and Tesla, the existence of a 2,000-kilometer super hybrid destroys their entire business model. Why would any rational consumer spend a massive premium on a pure electric vehicle that forces them to suffer through severe range anxiety, terrible winter performance, and hours of sitting at charging stations when they could buy a BYD that drives exactly like an EV but has infinite range thanks to the 3-minute gas station refill? Tesla is currently bleeding sales and is being forced to aggressively slash the prices of their cars just to keep